Man never imagined that simply by taking in several adventurers who had been kicked out of their teams, he would become the target of a coordinated vendetta from multiple factions, and watch helplessly as his painstakingly built restaurant was burned to the ground. Yet this time, Dennis chose not to act on impulse.
幸い、怪我人も出なかったんだしよ。
Not long ago, the restaurant welcomed a long-awaited holiday. Dennis took everyone camping in the mountains, just to celebrate that each of them had found a new path forward. Although Haley hadn't found an ideal adventuring party, she had caught the attention of the kingdom's knights. Vivian had stopped aiming too high, and chose to join a small team to quietly study magic. As for Bakil, she would soon head to the royal capital, to take up a teaching post at the magic academy there. Dennis was genuinely happy for them all, but it also meant they would rarely see each other again. To lift the melancholy mood, Dennis fired up his signature special effect fried rice. Just as everyone was about to dig in, the general store owner arrived with top-grade A5 Wagyu beef. Soon, a barbecue feast was ready, and the reason the store owner did this was simply to get Leah to feed him a bite. At that moment, two regulars from town were planning to eat at Dennis's restaurant, but when they arrived at the entrance, they found it temporarily closed, and one of the girls was even shoved to the ground. The two men acted arrogantly, with no intention of apologizing, but the two girls weren't ones to be messed with. Seeing the men fall in pain, the girls were finally satisfied, but at that moment, thick smoke began billowing from the restaurant behind them. Meanwhile, Dennis and the others finished their meal and returned to town. Seeing flames rising from the direction of the restaurant, Dennis immediately had a bad feeling, but by the time he rushed back to the diner, the fire was already out of control. Fortunately, the arsonists had been caught. Vivian instantly recognized them as members of the Night Fog crew, but Dennis never expected that behind it all were the Silverwing Squad and the kingdom's nobles. Once the fire was fully extinguished, the once cozy diner was completely unrecognizable. Faced with such devastation, everyone blamed themselves, thinking it was their fault Dennis got dragged into this, but Dennis remained unusually calm. He understood that the forces behind the arson were deeply entangled, and the Night Fog crew were merely the lowest level henchmen. Everyone said they wanted to join Dennis in seeking revenge, but Dennis firmly refused. Though he was already a level 99 adventurer, against the kingdom's nobles and elite squads, he alone couldn't guarantee everyone's safety.
今日はもう解散だ。ありがとう。
Although everything inside the restaurant had been destroyed, the gold in the vault remained untouched. Dennis planned to open a new restaurant in another town, and leave this place with Leah, but at that moment, an unexpected person arrived.